We're rolling. What's the date today?
Today is
May,
the
May 11.
May
May
11th,
11th,
one day
19,
after Bob's birthday.
no, 2023.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bob was,
Bob's behind the camera. Kathy's over here to my right.
yeah, and
Hello.
Lois and Russell are here.
Yeah.
Russell.
The two oldest of Mom's
Russell,
love you.
Russell fell on his butt and has a big bruise. Lois fell on her head. No, fell on her thumb. And then I had to go and get my neck fused. And Kathy's got her hip just replaced.
Yep.
And Bob is perfectly well.
He was getting
Thank goodness
skinny.
one somebody has to be.
And he's getting skinny. So
He's
is
getting
skinnier.
yes, were you?
So's Russell, he's lost weight.
Well, still.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Let's talk about 8105.
Okay, 8105 Dexter.
And who
Dad,
lived there? Who lived?
it was where the universe began.
Where the universe
Who bought the house?
Grandpa bought it brand new. Grandpa Henry and Grandma
Henry
Olive.
L. Ream Sr.
Henry L. Ream Sr.
and Olive.
Yep, and they had a tile roof, which was, I thought was cool.
Yes.
And many bedrooms. Up in the attic, they had
There was like
bedrooms too.
4 upstairs.
It was on Dexter, north
Two
of
more.
West Grand Boulevard.
Yeah, it was Dexter and Montgomery,
There's
Yeah.
like 6
right in the
bedrooms.
corner.
Right.
And we used to go there every Christmas Eve.
We used to go there every weekend almost too.
No, we
seemed
went to the
like.
farm.
Well, we went to. I know when we were living on
Hazelwood.
Hazelwood, my dad stopped in a lot there.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Everybody, that's where the universe was.
Yeah, that's where
That's
they
what
all.
they said.
I
Yeah.
thought St. Teresa was where the
No.
universe was.
No.
But anyways, everybody's got their own opinion. But we used to go there Christmas Eve,
Yes.
and Santa used to walk down the street carrying a bag,
Uh,
come down Dexter, and all us kids would be in the windows going, ah, you know, and we'd follow him around because
There he is,
they
there
lived
he
on a
is.
corner lot, you know, and
yeah.
he'd come in the backyard
Oh.
and in the back door, and we'd all be there.
Well, to make a big scene, come along the front.
Oh.
and the
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
And every parent brought their kid a present. You know, that was the deal. So
Sure.
Santa could pass them out.
And who played Santa?
Yeah, Santa could pass them out.
Who
Did
played
Mom bought
Santa?
those presents?
Dad, Mom, well, we each had one present. Everybody had a present. And it had their name on it.
Oh,
Russell.
darn, I never knew
Lois,
that the
Janice.
parents bought those.
And Santa
Yeah.
doled them out.
And
Yeah.
Santa would dole them out.
I thought Grandma Marie bought those.
No.
And who was Santa?
Santa was different people. I know at the very end it was Mike, Dougie, and then it was supposed to be me, but they didn't have it. And I didn't.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but I know before that it was Uncle Jerry's dad,
Okay.
Steffler, different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that place was kind of like the in the fringe of the city
Yes.
when he bought it.
Yeah.
Originally, Dexter Boulevard was hoity-toity.
Yeah, yeah, and
Big
Joy
fancy
Road. Dad would say that Joy Road up north was woods behind. After Joy Road, it
And
was
I don't
woods.
remember any of that.
He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he
and
was
then
little.
Greg's grandfather lived across the street in a big mansion across the street.
Yes, yes. And that later became the funeral home.
Yes.
And that's where I saw Grandpa
Laid out.
laid out. I was only,
Oh.
he died in 53, so I
You
was
were 8. Yeah.
Wow.
8 years old.
You were Keegan's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'd go there once in a while. And I used to like to go up in the attic
Me too.
because they had 4 or 5 beds up there. Uncle Jack was up there and Uncle Dickie and whoever. And
the drawers were built into the walls.
yes, and they had dormer windows.
Yeah.
Which really looked cool. And I got there was a crawl space up there. You open it up and you crawl in it. I found a bayonet from World War One.
Oh wow.
And on the date it's in 1916, I think. it
Oh
was.
wow.
And
That's amazing.
but I had it for a long time, then lost it
Yeah.
during the divorce.
Tell me about the sunroom.
The sunroom. Oh, that was way in the back downstairs.
Wait, wasn't it on the first floor on the left?
Yes.
When you
It was
walked
in
in
the back room.
And way in the back.
Way in the back.
It was
That's
way.
right.
I thought the kitchen was way in the back.
It was next to the. It
Next
was
to
on the
the-
other side of the kitchen.
Yeah, but there was a
Oh,
wall.
oh,
between.
really? Oh, okay.
Bob, you walked in the front door. The piano originally where Dad used to practice all the time.
Was to the right
was
slightly.
on the right,
Okay.
facing
On that
whatever
wall.
north.
Yeah.
Facing north.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the
But if you-
stairway went up right from there.
Yeah, there was 2 stairways
Yeah.
going upstairs. One
Okay.
on this side, and then one in the hallway.
Okay. I
And they would-
remember the hallway stairway.
You
Yeah.
do?
I do. I was there
Wow.
briefly. Yeah, a few times, and I do remember that hallway stairway.
They met at the top, and then one step would go up.
I remember the basement was really creepy.
Yes,
Yeah.
very creepy. But let's see. There was They used to have the corporation meetings there for the farm.
Yes.
Were there, and I think I told you this story, but I'll tell
Right.
it again.
Say it again.
Doug, my cousin Doug, was a year older than I. That was Earl's son, and then Mike was a year and a half older than I, and that was Elmer's son. So, anyways, I'm the third boy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm number 5 of all the cousins. I don't know what you are, Lois. You're down the ways, but there was Billy, there was Freddie, and Billy Zinger.
Yep.
And then
Nancy,
Mike, Ream, Doug, and then Russell, and then Nancy,
Oh, then Nancy.
and then Marilyn.
Okay. All right.
Nancy
What?
and
Just for the video, what's your full name?
Russell John Sebastian Rayon,
What's your date of birth?
2/17/45.
And Lois, what's your full name?
Lois Ann Rayon.
And your date of birth.
And date of birth is 4/29/1951.
Okay. We got the IDs.
What's yours?
Mine is Robert
Robert
Louis
Lewis.
Riem, or Rayon, and my date of birth is 5/10/1958.
Now,
And about Kathy.
Kathy.
Catherine Mary Cote Rayome.
Bernadette.
Yeah. And I was born 10/12/56.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What are you doing, Bob?
I'm just trying to get
Trying to get her
in the
there.
picture. Look,
Oh.
yeah, don't just look at the camera, because I'm gonna move it. I'm not
Okay.
sitting it there. Okay.
Now
All
the
right.
difference, everybody in the family, most everybody says Ream. Rheaume, like in museum. Grandpa originally was a Rayome, and all his relatives were from Quebec, in France.
Quebec. No,
Quebec.
in
Quebec.
In Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
You said France.
That's in France? Okay, well, yeah, French Canadian. And, well, originally everybody came from
Well.
France, but yeah. Anyways, they were Rayomes. Then the restaurant, they started, Grandpa Henry and his brother Pete started restaurant, had a restaurant back in 1910 called You Eat a Lunch. And the people couldn't say Rayome, so they said Ream. And then from then on, everybody was a Ream.
Reams.
Reams.
It was Reams.
Yeah, Reams is like ream. You can ream somebody in the rear end.
Yes.
Or,
Or you can get a ream of paper.
Yeah, for 500
Can't you
sheets.
just say that?
A ream of paper for 500 sheets.
Or,
I
I mean-
could say that, but I'd rather say Ray home. Ray going home. Anyways, we're digressing. 8105.
Very, very good.
Grandma was there. Grandpa was there. They had a maid.
Ray Whitaker.
All the kids had instruments. They played instruments.
Really?
My dad,
We don't have any
your
of
dad,
those in the family.
our
Oh.
dad played a trombone, and then he played piano. Okay, but
And Dad's girlfriend played a harp.
oh, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. And anyways, Grandpa had the restaurants, so he was doing quite well. Him and Pete.
And wasn't he the owner?
He was the owner. Well, what happened? What happened
What's
was,
the owner? What are you
no,
saying?
we'll get into that later. Jeez, we shouldn't even
Sounds
put that.
horrible.
We shouldn't put
We
that.
No.
shouldn't even put that in
No,
there.
you shouldn't put
Yeah,
it out.
no, don't put it in there. Yeah.
It's related to
Tell
the
things.
ants.
Yeah, no, gosh.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't want to say anything negative. Especially
Oh, that's right, I know.
Yeah.
Nothing
So-
negative for posterity.
for your posterior.
And
Um,
don't mention that you're gonna not say something negative.
Well, we already
Just
did.
don't.
Yes,
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
okay.
All right.
At least we
Too
didn't
late,
say it.
baby, now it's too late.
late.
Okay, now, Lois was born very young. She was born on Hazelwood. Now, me, I was born in Highland Park,
So was Janice.
and so was Janito, little Janice. We were both. We lived on 45 Waverly
That wasn't good enough for
with
me.
Mom and Dad.
They had to get a better house when I came along.
Yeah, yeah. So anyways, they finally got to Hazelwood, and Lois was born there. And then Bob was born there. And he stayed there for 2 weeks, and that was it.
Little Bobby.
Little Bobby.
Rubitsky.
Now, back in 1926, Grandpa bought Valley View.
28.
Well, according to Greg, 26.
He's lying.
Okay, well, he's lying. We're going to have a centennial pretty soon.
And 27.
Well, then maybe
It's
it's
27.
26, 27, 28. One of those years. Okay? And
We gotta
he bought
find some papers.
he bought the farm.
Right.
That doesn't sound
You mean he
Right.
died?
He
Right.
died, yes. No, Grandpa bought the farm. It was 200 and some acres. And now it's down to only 40 or less, a little less. But they had prize Guernseys and different kinds of bulls, you know, the
Bull.
Bullshit.
Bulls, yes. Bullshit. So anyways, and that's another story.
That's another
Everybody
story.
in my family has Tourette's.
Correct. The word-
Bull.
Well, let's go.
Strong
My-
like
my-
a bull.
My mother was named Maria. Mary, you know, Maria in Romanian, whatever. And her mother was Anita.
Anika.
Anika?
They pronounced it Anika.
Anika. Well,
Even though it was Anita.
I don't know if it was spelled different. It
Oh.
was Anika.
Anika.
Oh.
Then she
And it-
wanted to be Anita
Okay.
because it was American.
Oh, and you had a friend, Anika.
I did have a friend Anika.
Yeah, I remember Anika.
It was an odd name to me.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that Nana's name was that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell me when you're done.
we're done. Continue on.
Okay. So, where was I?
You're a real ham.
Nana was Mom's mother, and she had married 3 times. I used to joke about that, but then I
Look at
realized
you.
I was married twice before Catherine. Catherine was a home run. I had
Two foul balls.
ball balls. There's a great blue
Really,
heron
you really
right above
lucked
us,
out.
Catherine. Great blue heron.
Yeah.
They
Right
come
above.
from this pond that's right over there.
Oh, okay.
We got ducks, we got
Oh, I like
belted
ducks.
kingfishers, everything.
Anyways, Nana was the type of person that would have a Bible in one hand and tell you to go to hell with the other hand.
Sounds like the screaming preacher.
Yeah, okay. Well, what happened was once Nana thought she was dying. She thought she was dying. She was laying on the bed in the nursing home. I remember it well.
No, I remember it.
And
I remember the
she
hospital.
said, I saw Jesus with his gold gate and everything, and blah, blah, blah.
Horses coming down.
Yeah, the whole bit.
They're-
And I said, but Nana, you know, she said, I'm not going to be around much longer. I said, well, can you just say one thing for me, Nana? Please, say one thing.
And she was like, yes.
She had an accent. I didn't know that. Kathy brought it to my attention. Because I was always used to hearing her voice.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Shave that beard. Shave
Yeah,
that
right,
beard.
nice.
You get the wig like
Cut-
Bill
cut
Bond.
your hair.
Yeah.
She told me to cut my hair all the time.
Oh, jeez. Well, anyways, I says, Nana, can you just say one thing for me? And she says, oh, yes. What would you like me to say? I says, can you say bullshit? And she started laughing.
Oh.
She says, you're crazy. You're
She
crazy.
hit her leg. Like, ah,
Yeah, you're crazy.
you crazy Russell. Russell,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
Now, Grandpa had the restaurants. I was able to work at Riam's restaurant from age 14 to age 19, at 1270 Griswold downtown.
Let me just clarify this. Grandpa Henry L. Sr. was the owner.
He was the owner, yeah.
That's
One
right.
of the owners. His brother was too.
Well, and so there was 3 owners, and there. I mean, when Dad was there.
Huh? Amos?
There was 3 owners when Dad was there.
Oh, that's later.
Oh,
Amos.
you're talking about
you 2 owners
Larry.
at first.
I'm talking about 1910.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, the very
yeah.
beginning.
1910. There was Pete
Oh yeah.
and his wife
Oh,
Shirley,
Yeah. Yep.
and there was Henry, a senior, and his wife Olive, and they ran the place. You know.
Pete was a bit of a
Well,
thug.
No.
His
you
son.
can't- No, his son.
His
Jimmy.
son was Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy, not Pete.
Not Pete.
Pete
Sorry.
was very nice.
Pete was very nice.
Pete
I'm
joined
sorry.
all these organizations. He was very
Oh.
sociable. Everyone liked Pete.
Well, what happened?
Grandpa
is
was
they
kind of a quiet
Jimmy.
brother. Well, Pete had a son named Jimmy, and he had a daughter that became a nun. So he had the crook,
What was her name?
Pat.
Oh yeah,
Patricia.
I remember that.
Patricia.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyways, so my dad used to take Jimmy around. Jimmy had a big fancy car, you know, probably had a, what's the name of that car that I like?
Packard.
Packard. Probably had a Packard. And Daddy would drive it around. And when I was born,
He was his driver.
yes,
He just would
when I was born, my dad was driving Jimmy to a blind pig in Canada. And my mom, Nana took my mom to the hospital, and she wrote a letter. My mom wrote a letter to my dad saying, you know, if you're interested, you can come here. Your son's being born, blah, blah, blah. You know, and if not, phooey on you.
Phooey.
Phooey on you.
Phooey, I say.
She didn't know you were going to be a boy.
Well, maybe she didn't.
I was going to say they didn't know
Yeah,
that
I
then.
knew you were going to pick up on
That's
that. You're
right.
sharp,
She
Kathy.
is sharp.
Well, her child was going to be born.
There you go.
Yes.
The magnificent one. So,
Oh.
anyways, he finally made it in time, and I was born there, and then the world began.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Right. Then the world began.
And then there was Janice. Janice came after me, little Janito.
How
don't
many
remember
years
her
after you?
Because you were only 2.
I remembered Janice.
Yeah, but I mean, you were not when
You
were
were
2.
2.
You don't remember her coming home from the hospital.
I don't
You were-
remember her coming home. I didn't
No.
say I did. I just said then there came Janice.
You implied it.
No, I'm not implying. The only one I saw 2 of them come home.
Oh,
Bob
jeez.
and Lois. Lois looked like Joe Palooka.
Because
Joe
Mom
Palooka
said
was
I
a-
did.
Yes.
'Cause I had
the
dark
mother-
skin.
You had dark skin and a lot of blotches, like a prize fighter. And Joe Palooka was
Still
the fighter. So, anyways,
Now I look.
I remember, and then I remember we lived on Hazelwood, 3800 Hazelwood. But I can remember Janice and I on Waverly, and I remember Nana coming down the stairs. I was 3 years old, and she had a pie, and I says, "Who's that pie for?" She says, "It's for you." And that's the first thing I remember in my life, food.
See, and it was
Pie.
for you.
It's for
me.
you.
That was
Yeah.
the end of it. That was the beginning of the
Yeah.
stealing it from Riam's.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
jeez.
Oh, the one time I was at Riam's
Working.
Uncle Elmer, when Grandpa died, the 3 sons took over: Henry, Earl, and Elmer. And other ones could have, but they didn't. You know. Well, I think there was Amos, but that's long.
Thought I had drinks in the car, but I don't.
Oh, I
So-
do in the refrigerator.
You do?
Go get some.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
get some
Can you
drinks.
get me one too?
Yes.
All right, I'll get it. Just what's there and what does everybody want?
There's
Whatever's there.
ices, little ices.
Ices, okay.
Yeah, that sounds
Just
good.
bring out
Everybody
some.
wants it.
Just bring
Ices.
out your
So
flavor.
4 of them, right?
What were we
If there
talking-
is, bring out 3 if there's only 3, and I
So
don't.
Lois,
I've
what
got
were we
more
talking
somewhere
about
else.
now? Oh, Waverly. Then Mom and Dad
Is that
moved
thing on?
to Dexter.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They moved to Dexter Avenue, a kitty corner from where Grandma and Grandpa lived, a little bit farther down. But anyways, they had a flat on the 2nd story. The downstairs was a man and a wife He was a dentist,
Okay.
and he had a private entrance on the side for his business. But anyways, Mom and Dad were upstairs with us, and they sublet the attic to two Wayne State
Can
University
I have the red
kids,
one?
and their names were Chick and Don. I remember
Chicken
them.
Don.
I don't like English. I like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's only.
Did you like the green?
I'll take whatever. I don't
The
care.
green is awesome.
I like your.
Green is kiwi.
Okay,
I really,
good,
really,
good.
Lois, I like your table.
You know,
right
this
here.
is in there, but I can't get it because I'm handicapped. And Rachel was too busy before she left for England.
Where is the?
And Joe is up there. I
what-
could call him down and
No.
from his work. He is
The breadwinner.
head ITP person for all of
It's good.
what's it called? Champion Homes.
Wow.
For the whole California, everywhere.
Wow.
The United States. Joe is. That's who you call.
Champion used to be in Dryden.
Right.
Well, anyways, I smell a skunk.
Do ya?
I just smell it one nice whiff of
Are you
skunk.
sure it's not the marijuana?
No, it was skunk.
What is it? I don't smell it.
Still a little whiff.
I don't smell it either.
I'm very, very astute. with skunk.
Okay.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, it might have been your breath. Anyways, what were we doing? Okay, they rented the Chick and Don. They were two Wayne State students.
Chicken Don.
Chick and Don.
How about if you say Don and Chick? It sounds much better than Chicken Don.
Chicken Don.
Chicken Don.
Chicken was Don was a chicken, huh?
Chicken Don.
Sounds like some Yahoo name. Chicken Don is coming over for dinner.
Yeah. Anyways, then we moved to Hazelwood. But
I bet
before
that was-
Hazelwood, we looked at Mom and Dad looked at houses. There was another one on Hazelwood that I didn't like it.
No.
It had a bad vibe. to
Did
me.
it?
It was what's that? Oh, the side of the house was stucco. I didn't like it, and I just didn't feel. I felt like ghost or something. I didn't like it. I remember we were driving away, and I was so happy we were getting far away from it.
Did you tell them that?
I don't know. I don't remember. But anyways, we finally found Hazelwood. Mom cried.
Oh.
You know, because in the real estate man's eyes,